It was deserted, full of trash, because it was used like a garbage.
In the beginning, we didn't think to finish this. It was our utopia.
We're quite happy that we were able to make the vision into a reality.
Once you come here the first time, it's very difficult to leave. Everybody will fall in love with this place very quickly.
Imagine a world in harmony with nature, with others, and with ourselves. A world where people are nourished by diversity and beauty. Do you believe it can exist? Utopia. Discovering dreams that are reality.
My name is Lucilla Borio. I am one of the founders of ecovillage, Torri Superiore, and I have been living here since 1994. I'm one of the members of the social cooperative that runs the ecological guest house here at the ecovillage. And I also do cooking, and I also follow the international programs like the Erasmus Plus or youth exchanges or the European Solidarity Course.
I'm Mari. I'm from Estonia. I'm volunteering here in Torri Ecovillage. I'm part of the European Solidarity Corps program. We were helping around with the community, helping to clean the guest house, cooking lunch or dinner, doing gardening in the greenhouses or around the ecovillage.
Torri Superiore is my house. It's a project, it's a dream, it's a lot of things together. I have been living here for more than 30 years. I think first time I arrived was in the 90s, 1 year after the beginning of the project, and I moved in the 93.
Well, it was a very special place in the late 80s. It was abandoned. There was only one resident. Thanks to the promotion work done by the association, a lot of people felt really driven to bring back life to this place. And that really drove us through all the difficulties that we faced over the course of 30 years.
We had a clear focus in the beginning for 20 years, that was the renovation of the village. So we create a system of agreement with the idea that we were all working to arrive at the end of the renovation.
We were inspired by example of existing communities. One of them was Oroville in India, by Findhorn in Scotland, by the city of Arcosanti in the United States, built by the Italian architect Paolo Soleri. The real issue was to have a tight group of people who were convinced of what they were doing together and getting along with each other. In '92, we had Legambiente and the civil service who came here to visit us, offering us to organize international work camps. And we said yes, and that gave us a lot of trust and energy and a lot of work to transform the village from a garbage dumpsters into something that could be actually used. From that, things just started moving. We had to start rebuilding all the foundations. There was no water plumbing, there was no sewage, there was no electricity. So we had to dig up all the village inner roads, open them up and put in all the plumbing. And then we did it on our own. Sometimes it was really nice to see how the architects and the engineers would go and ask the old artisans what they thought before they made the project, the design on paper. So it was really a collective work for many years. As we went along, we were becoming more and more ecological, so we tried to have a selection of building materials that were low impact, and we stopped using cement altogether.
This is the tiny square in front of the village. We call Piazzetta. It's the place where people arrive, and also is the place for the party.
My dream is that this place is still up and going, and it's still kept together as a unit, because here we have two different blocks. One block is owned by the association, and that's the public part, and the other part is owned by residents.
This is the main road in Torri Superiore, so it's the main entrance of the village.
Others had dreams of the utopia of living communally that was developed during the late 70s, but we knew it wasn't easy. It felt like we had an impossible challenge because there was no vision of how long it would take to do this. And people were really scared. They were investing money into black hole. So they kind of chickened out and we had to pay them back. So we ended up in a huge debt. And we thought, perhaps we better sell it and live a more tranquil and reassuring life. But I remember we had a meeting overnight, and the decision was, we're not letting go of this place because this is a unique chance. And all the people who participated, we emptied out our bank account to save the project. And that was really the turning point. So within 2 or 3 years, we were able to finally start the renovation.
To build a community, every person has to produce more their need, because a community exists when individuals give as a present time or money and ideas to the community.
Torri Superiore. It's a home of a community of 20 people. It's a holiday center. It's a training center where we teach about permaculture, facilitation, group dynamics, youth entrepreneurship, social responsibility, sustainability. It's also a place where people can come and eat. It's a center for volunteers.
Surprisingly to myself, I like the cooking and helping in the kitchen the most. Coming here, I discovered, there's this alternative way of living and sharing everything as a community.
So the guest house is the biggest source of income, and it's managed by a social cooperative. It's called Social Community Cooperative. They work with the socially or physically challenged people. We do support work for the refugees. As you know, Ventimiglia is a border city, and we have a huge number of people who are trying to move across the border, and they're stuck here. And so we cook for them together with the local Caritas team once or twice a week. We are seen as a happy island. And sometimes people tell us, oh, this is such paradise. You really don't need to go on holiday because you're living in a holiday time all the time. That's really not true because we're working hard.
Living in community is not new at all, but there is a big difference that in the past people was obliged to do this. Now what we call intentional community is a place where you can enter, and if you don't feel that is a good place for you, you can leave. So we are doing exactly at the end the same thing, but in another pattern.
I mean, living in a community or living in an eco-village, it's something for people who are willing to invest their time. And there's always something interesting to do or interesting people to meet.
Torri Superiore is a system of 3 blocks, one in front of the other. This system of arches is important for the structure of the village, plus is the system of stairs to go up and down to the different levels.
Having volunteers here for us is a way to keep an open connection to youth, and we think that their experience here is valuable. And working with the social cooperative also makes us remember that we are very lucky and that there's other people who are less advantaged than us. We truly believe that we're doing something that can be useful to society.
Now, when someone comes now and asks to be part of the community, for me it's more important asking why are coming and what you are thinking to give to the community.
GEN is Global Ecovillage Network, and it is established in all continents. So through the GEN International website, they can have a glimpse of what's happening in their continent. And then if they're interested, they can contact their regional network. National networks are established in most European countries. If you like the idea of knowing more about communal living, contact the Secretariat, go to the gatherings, meet the communities, and if you find one that you really like, go and visit it. And then if you find that community is really for you, go and ask communities to have you as a volunteer, and then see how you react. It has something that you have to experience, because we're all different, and sometimes we find what we want, sometimes we don't. It's really hard to predict.
For me, it's important the relationship with land, so I probably would ask to put in the agreement of the community, I would put a turn in the community for working in the garden, because this is really important to root in the place.
You don't need to be a millionaire to live in a community, and it's important to learn to have a different approach to what is a resource in life. This comes from permaculture. Map your resources carefully and consider that time is a huge resource.
Here we are in an orchard that I'm taking care, and it's a mix of fruit trees and secondary plant that has the meaning of root system. This is the family of leguminosa. They fix nitrogen, they have a lot of flower. So they help the wall, they attract insects.
We have now some little pieces of land all around it, and I'd like us to be able to buy up more so that we can have more gardens, both vegetable gardens, fruit gardens, and also spaces for people to enjoy being out in nature, being able to do more farming, having more animals, having more children. Our children are now grown up, so maybe the next generation will come from them.
But I would say that we had bigger success for the moment with a hot water system, that it produced big part of the hot water for the communal part of the village and all the guest house and the kitchen. Photovoltaic, we did just the first step, because for the moment we have a 7 kilowatt. We don't have any other space on the roof, so we don't know exactly how to go on. Perhaps one of the possibility will be to cover one of the parking area, because for sure we are interested in becoming more and more self-sufficient in terms of energy.
We have the guest house team, we have the farming team, we have the very big builders team. We are trying to keep decisions that are very well pondered and supported by everybody's energy.
The general idea of permaculture is that need not a lot of work, because everything is here. We have to go in nature and understand why the systems in nature are permanent. So the idea is to create cultivated systems that learn from nature. Anyway, permaculture is not only this, because the principle that you take from nature are general principle to design everything, to design human settlement and relationship between you and your neighbor, and creating of economy and social structure.
Viva, viva!
Utopia. Discovering dreams that are reality.